Now, will Thomas Nelson be a typical community college or liberal arts, or will you have some special emphasis on the technical side?
Well, of course, a typical community college is not what we're seeking to build in the Virginia system. We're building what we hope will be a unique system of colleges, and I think probably Thomas Nelson Community College will very definitely give an opportunity for us to build a real comprehensive community college.
The relationship between Thomas Nelson and the shipyard for the future is probably more important now than it ever has been.
And so Thomas Nelson kind of seemed like a no-brainer.
Thomas Nelson Community College, the Peninsula's community college. Since opening our doors in 1968, Thomas Nelson has awarded nearly 40,000 degrees, certificates, and diplomas. During the tenure of 8 college presidents, the college has expanded from 3 buildings on one campus to 10 buildings across 2 campuses and 4 centers located throughout the region. But to truly understand the impact of Thomas Nelson, we must go back to the beginning. More than 50 years ago, Virginia was at a crossroads. The Commonwealth was emerging from a socially turbulent time known as massive resistance. Virginia's political response to the 1954 U.S. Supreme Court rulings in Brown versus the Board of Education. With the closings of public schools and the slowed growth in business, a clear need was identified in collaboration between the Virginia government and the business community. In response, the Virginia Community College system was born. Visionary leader Dana B. Hamill led the ambitious creation of 23 individual colleges throughout the Commonwealth. Among the first areas identified was the Tidewater-Hampton Roads region. In 1967, the cornerstone for Thomas Nelson was laid, and that following September in 1968, classes began.
We had less than 1,000 students that first year. We had a graduation out on the parking lot. So talk about growing. It has really grown, since 1968.
As the first community college to serve Hampton Roads, Thomas Nelson embraced its dual mission. 1, ensuring public access to a high-quality collegiate education by providing the first 2 years of instruction towards a baccalaureate degree, and 2, meeting the needs of local industry by ensuring a well-educated and highly skilled workforce.
When we first came here back in 1968, nobody even knew what a community college was and what it's supposed to do. But now it's very vital to the progress of this whole region, and not just happen to be a part of it. And you don't have to explain to people anything about Thomas Nelson now, but back in 1968, we had to explain to them what it was, where you working at. They always got us confused with CNC, which is not quite the same. Now we don't have to explain that anymore. They know we exist and we're very vital.
As a result of meeting this critical mission for the past half-century, our impact is clear. The peninsula has enjoyed much greater prosperity, both economically and socially.
I figured out what I wanted to do at Thomas Nelson Community College. I found my passion here. I found something that just sparks my interest and that I'm absolutely, completely in love with. And had it not been for my education at Thomas Nelson, I wouldn't have known that about myself. I never would have considered myself a geologist or a scientist prior to coming here.
I'm very prepared for Virginia Tech. I always kind of felt like I could be prepared, but I've always worried about what a college experience would be like and learning in that kind of environment. But Thomas Nelson is really they really kind of eased me into it because the class sizes have been really good. It was like 20 people maybe. I mean, some of the classes have been as little as 8 people, which is really nice because the professor knows you, you know the professor, And you can always kind of come at the end of class and be like, hey, I don't know what's going on. Can you help me out? And they really can, which is really nice. It's a great experience, and it's just, the material is important, and having someone there that can help you with it is definitely comforting.
From the beginning, Thomas Nelson has distinguished itself through innovative partnerships with businesses and communities whose support is essential to the college's success.
Again, we so much believe in the power of education to change people's lives if they take advantage of it. If they got to work hard, right? And do their best, like you say.
You must take advantage of every opportunity and always do your best. And that's the best you can offer to anybody.
Today, Thomas Nelson continues to strengthen our partnerships with industry by collaborating on its program development and curriculum with regional and national economic powerhouses, including the Newport News Shipbuilding, NASA, Canon, Virginia, Goodwill, and Riverside Health System.
The role that Thomas Nelson has played, really whether it's at Riverside or some of our other key stakeholders within our community that might benefit from the educational foundation that Thomas Nelson can bring, is just huge. Being part of the board allows me to see the opportunities that Thomas Nelson can partner not just with healthcare, but with other companies that are so important to our peninsula communities. Being part of the board, I'm often able to see some of the benefits of the programs that you have, not related to healthcare, whether it's drone technology or others, and I never leave a board meeting not further educated about all the many programs that Thomas Nelson can contribute.
50 years ago, our shipyard was really almost in a place close to where we are today, on a rising demand for a skilled workforce. In those days, we were in the midst of the 688 class attack submarine program. The Nimitz class aircraft carrier program was pretty new at the shipyard. Fundamentally, we were responding to the call of the nation to build nuclear warships at an unprecedented rate.
As we continue to work with outside partners, for us, it all comes back to the individual students we serve and the learning that happens in our classrooms every day.
I have a lot of great things to say about Thomas Nelson. I think that people should continue to strive for their goals and aspirations, and I believe that this is definitely the campus to do so.
Thomas Nelson, I love the college. They give us opportunity to reach my goal, to reach our career, yes, and live life even better.
I like the fact that Thomas Nelson is closer to my house, and it's a short commute, and I can come here, and I've met some really nice people. Dr. Hassan and Dr. Romero are great teachers.
My overall experience with Thomas Nelson has been great. It's been a challenge, it's been fun. I'm a little bit nervous to take off from here, but I feel like I got this.
The Great Expectations program also helped with my last semester at Thomas Nelson. I was having a bit of trouble with my financial aid paperwork and getting my documents in, and Miss Monica was able to have the foundation assist with my last semester. So I made a 4.0 my last semester, so you can see how the Great Expectation program has really assisted me.
Our dedicated faculty lead students in the classroom through engaging discussion, utilizing innovative technology, and outside the classroom through scientific exploration of our area's natural resources, and beyond through unique opportunities to study abroad.
We serve youth kind of in the 17 to 24 age range, from students who are trying to just get their GED, their high school diploma, students who are enrolled at Thomas Nelson, students who are enrolled in one of our amazing workforce programs, and we also help students who aren't even enrolled here yet. They might be at a point where they've just had a baby or, life circumstances, they're trying to take care of those hierarchy of needs that they can't focus on school quite yet, but we're still able to help those students try to get there so that they can come to Thomas Nelson to get what they need to kind of get to that next part of life that achieves a goal for them.
Just seeing students get excited about what the next steps are that they are planning to take. When you have a student in the beginning of the year who sit across from you and they're saying, I don't know what I want to do, they're just kind of confused. And it's really nice that by the end of the year, for them to feel like they've got themselves to where they are. We know that everyone involved has been a part of that, but just to see them on the other side of that, feeling excited about their accomplishments and their future is really exciting to me, and that's what I'd say brings me the most joy.
Thomas Nelson Community College's commitment to uplifting the lives of our community remains unwavering. As we look forward, we're dedicated to remaining at the forefront of ensuring broad access to education, meeting workforce demands, and fostering an environment of excellence and responsiveness.
I saw the power of connecting with students who are already in their careers and who were seeking to advance. They understood the value of the education we were offering and were able to apply it directly to what they were doing. I had some of the best students I ever taught on those off-site locations that was sponsored by the employers. It really helped me understand what our mission was and how powerful we could be when we connected with the student and employer all together.
Congratulations, Thomas Nelson Community College, on 50 years of changing lives and ensuring the prosperity and well-being of the Virginia Peninsula and Greater Hampton Roads. As we move forward, join us for the next 50 years.